COSM got that slight pullback we were looking for yesterday. Let's go ahead and find out what could be happening for the next trading sessions. What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by once again on this Taco Tuesday. This is ARCa coming at you with a COSM technicals and raw price action thread of analysis. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the video with a friend so that you and them could consider joining our trading community in Discord called ARCa Bulls. With that said, let's dive right into the charts. Okay, so actually I want to start this off with the buy daily time frame right here, and this is around the area where I was mentioning to you that we had a shooting star doji, right? So we got this shooting star doji signaling a potential downside continuation, right? In this particular candle, we were looking at yesterday a potential of a drop to around 573, 572. We also mentioned 525, but I did say that the 525 was less likely because we didn't have the liquidity to go down that low. In fact, you can see the low value right over here over the candle, right? So it's 572. But I'm sure that we actually didn't go to 572 during the day. We may have hit a low of about 580 or something like that, but we're going to go ahead and continue validating as I just started this analysis now. Okay, so yeah, this is looking still pretty good. I understand that this candle here is still signaling a potential bearish continuation, but with the quick little buy activity that we got at the end of the trading session today, that may have flashed momentum to the upside. So let's go ahead and validate. Okay, so now we're on the daily time frame and we can see a little bit closer here. Let me just go ahead and mute that. My apologies. Yeah, we can see right here that we actually did reach 585 as a low from today's price activity. So this is more along the lines of what we needed. So we were potentially talking about a consolidation phase starting, but this buy volume here that just came in out of nowhere at the end of the session really pushed things up quite significantly, and this is a pretty a good signal here, having this type of candle down here, because upon printing a candle like this, that usually, presents a continuation to the upside. I'm talking per traditional trading rules, right? So let's go ahead and talk about volatility now. Yesterday, we did mention that if we needed to follow this bounce, this type of bounce alongside the moving average, then so be it. It should be okay. All right. So it is kind of doing that motion that we spoke about yesterday. So this is good. Now, I know momentum is still bearish here and it's still pivoted towards the downside, but please remember that the buy activity or that buy volume that came in was very much at the end of the session, so this hasn't even had time to recoup, okay, so, or even read it really. So remember, these indicators are a little bit delayed. Okay, so if we can go to the 12-hour, we can see no, not even there. Yeah, the only place we're going to see this momentum's pitch up is going to be in the immediate short-term timeframes, but we're not trading the immediate short-term timeframes here. This is more along the medium term, right? So maybe in the daily or bi-daily. So let's go ahead and now touch on something very, very curious and very important here. Before I say this, guys, the comments below has a bunch of scam artists and spam and stuff. I don't know. They're out there to just they just want to take your money. So don't fall for the WhatsApps and the text me and the helplines. Don't fall for that stuff, okay, you guys? That's not me. I will certainly not reach out to you first, and I will definitely not leave my contact information in a comment like that, okay, you guys? That's definitely not me. Do not fall for that. Okay, so the indicator that we're looking at here with all of these numbers is actually ARC-DBSI. DBSI is a statistical indicator that takes a metric of every single candle printed throughout the entire trading history of the asset's particular time frame, in this case the 12-hour chart. Okay, so the reason why I'm bringing this up is because there is a very curious percentage value that we're getting from these candle reads. Okay, so it's very rare too. I've never actually seen it do this. But what I'm talking about is upon gaining all of the metrics for these candles, which is done just literally instantly, we're getting a percentage read of the bulls leading the way at 100% and bears literally at 0 on the 12-hour chart. I've never seen that before. I just wanted to point that out because it's it's quite outstanding that ARC DBSI is giving us a 100% read for the bulls, okay? And not to mention that just like yesterday we were talking about potentially retracing back to the 14-day simple moving average, using it as a form of support actually happened, okay? So we're doing good. This is showing some huge signs of bullish activity. Also, I told you that I haven't actually adjusted my chart, right? But if you start to see this pivot right down here, right, we have confirmed literally all of the drives that we had before, restacking those bullish, those phantom drives of hidden bullish divergence. My goodness. So it is stacking up yet again, and COSM looks to be prepping for kind of a takeoff here or something. I don't know. But let's go ahead and continue validating. Okay, you guys, let's open up the multi-pane and see what we have in store for this ticker. Let's see. Of course, this thing is all messy. We left it ready, and it's not ready anymore. All right, it's okay, you guys. There's no problem at all. No complaints. Okay, so just like always, we're going to go ahead and start off with the immediate short-term time frame, 30-minute, right? So on the 30-minute, you can see that we have just literal upside right here, just moonshots, right? And now entering the bull strength percentile. I understand that the RSI signal is sitting right in that gravitational zone of the bull strength percentile, which means that we can actually come back. But remember that the 30-minute lives out pretty fast, okay? So what I'm saying is that even if it did retrace, by that 30-minute candle ending, this 14-day simple could be right around this area here where we can use both of the gravitational zone from the bull weakness and the 14-day simple moving average as a form of support before continuing on to the upside. Okay, very good stuff. So now, the bi-hourly time frame is making an important cross yet again. Okay, we're getting that cross above the 14-day simple moving average, and now suggesting a continuation to the upside. We're well above the gravitational zone that would essentially take us down to the bear weakness percentile. So we're right in the grips of the bull weakness. So this is still good, and approaching that gravitational zone on the upper side of this bull weakness. So that could essentially take us onwards and upwards, right? So now the 4-hour time frame, you know what? Actually, let's just look at the 6-hour. I would rather dive in bi-hourly, the 6-hour to 6-hour to 12-hour, right, or daily. The 6-hour is signaling a potential, very, very potential short-term upside, but this is particular to people who are trading in 6 hours. So please see it in this manner, okay? Like the 30-minute leads into the bi-hourly into the 6-hour into the 12-hour into daily or bi-daily, and so on, okay? So you want to see the time span across the day like this, okay? So this is a good way to look at your momentum suggestions, okay? So just a little bit of a kind of a trade tip, pro tip right there for you guys. So yeah, we're facing a potential short-term upside, but let's validate that, okay? So on the daily time frame, it looks like it actually looks just like the 12-hour where we found that bounce at that 14-day simple when we were looking on the first larger momentum with the DBSI indicator. So the 12-hour is very similar. It's now pivoted towards the upside. I wish this pivot was a little bit bigger. Because we're just ever so slightly above the gravitational zone that would essentially take us back down. But if we do go back down, it would be momentary, and it would just be finding support from the gravitational zone, from the bear weakness percentile, and that 14-day simple moving average on the daily time frame. Okay. Okay, all right. So let's move on to the bi-daily, just by curiosity. So some consolidation on the bi-daily and consolidation on the 3-day and also on the 5-day. Slightly bullish though. I did mention yesterday that in the event where we can fail the bear weakness percentile and dive right into the bear strength percentile, we still have the gravitational zone and the 14-day simple as a support. No big deal there. Okay, so we are looking at primarily bullish things for tomorrow's session. Okay, so if we're looking at targets, let's just go ahead and touch bases on that 15-minute and 5 minutes. So this thing is still pivoted towards the upside. There's no sign of weakness right now. The only type of thing that's going to essentially bring us back down, it would be take profits from longs, right? Along the way up. So let's go ahead and now go back to our daily chart to see what the potentials could be. Okay, so let's take a fib from the swing high to the swing low of the daily, because I think we closed at about 642 after market. So let's just see what we can do with some bullish activity. Okay, if we're going to be facing some type of consolidation period starting from the buy daily, or even the 3-day, then our upside could very well be at about I would say about 691. And let's see, I'm going to give you a range right now so that we can know or be in the same page, right? So 691 at the one spot, 618 right over here, right? Which is absolutely resistance for all of these candles here. And oh wow, by the way, this was I mentioned this a few videos ago, that when we were printing these, that we were potentially building a formation called the 3 Black Crows, which essentially gives us a downside, right? So this actually did fulfill that. And you can see that the formation was actually not so incredibly powerful, but it did take us to that 573 level, right? But yeah, you got to watch out for these types of formations here. Long wicks to the upside usually signals some type of weakness coming in. Okay, so so the range I'm going to give is actually between the area of the one spot 618 at $6.91 to about this candle closure here at about $7.10 for the immediate short term. I'm talking about if FOMO starts to enter this, I'm gonna give you two other targets, but the third one may be the least likely, because we do need momentum to actually pivot towards the upside. So this is going to be between the 2 spot 272 and the 2 spot 618 at 734 and 756 at the opening of this candle right over here, right? And the third one would essentially be the 3 spot 618 at about 822. This is going to be kind of a little bit of a slower process when we have natural volume going and not impulsive or FOMO volume entering, right? So for the immediate short term, I can actually see these targets being the more likely ones, and this would be the less likely one from the three. Okay, so please know I'm not a financial advisor. Take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy or sell any assets whatsoever. Okay, I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be just fine. If you are interested in acquiring the Crypstex ARC-Series indicators, please send me a DM on Twitter or Discord, or my email located in the About section of my YouTube profile, where it says for business inquiries only. Please go ahead and do so, okay? And we'll go ahead and go over those subscription packages. Please know that you must obtain a TradingView account, whether it be a free one or a paid subscription, in order for you to gain visibility for these indicators, okay? So the affiliate link for TradingView software is also located in the description below. Please feel free to use that because it will help my trading future out greatly. Okay, you guys, but so with that said, I wish you well, a very good night, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios.